Welcome to Lit Happens, Saskatchewan's showcase of the literary talent of the province. We are out on location at the Word on the Street Festival, the event of the year in Saskatoon. And there is such a great buzz in the air today, and that's a good segue into my next guest, Suzanne Paschall. Suzanne, welcome back to Lit Happens.
Thanks, Wes. Good to be here.
It is good. You were actually one of the first guests ever on our little show when it started a few years back, and now we've got you back. And I think that says a lot about the success of Lit Happens and of you.
Well, very nice
welcome.
of you to say. It's a fun show. This is really a fun place to do it, isn't it?
This is fun.
This is great.
Yeah. Now, you are the CEO of Indie Ink Publishing here in Saskatoon, which is doing some I can't even think of the word, amazing things here in the literary landscape of the province and of Canada. So we have a big spectrum of things to cover today, but I guess tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about the world of Suzanne Paschall and Indie Ink and everything you do.
Well, it's been busy, as you say. We're just a really wee small micro publisher in the indie publishing industry, and we try to publish 2 to 4 titles a year if we can pull that off, and we're doing that. Our 2 new titles this spring were Eating Myself Crazy by Trina Wines.
Yes.
And it's doing great. We're really having a great time with her. She's such a lovely author, and she's doing work that she really believes in and loves and is important. So that's always a joy.
Yeah.
She's working on a second title of follow-up to the book, which will be out in spring. 2014, and it's tentatively titled Eating Myself Crazy for Teens and the Parents Who Love Them. So very important target group for the subject matter she's dealing with. And our other spring title that came out was the new Rockstar Philosophy.
Yes.
And of course, I know that you've had the guys on the show before, and that book is a niche audience, but a big one.
Yes.
And very different marketing strategy for us, so we've been learning a lot from that. And again, the guys are great to work with, and doing a lot of workshops with the book and with musicians and bands and publicists and managers and agents around. So I think there's a lot of potential for that book, and so that's been keeping us busy.
And another thing I want to throw out is that Indie was the publisher of the hugely successful John Gormley book. And you were just telling me prior to taping, you and John are working on another book together? We are.
It's going to be out soon, this fall.
Yeah.
And it's going to be called, or it is called, The Gormley Papers, I'm Right and You Know It.
Wow, that packs a punch.
Yeah, well, his first title did too. It's actually mild compared to his first title.
Yeah.
But the difference in this book will be that it's not just a book about politics. It's wide-ranging topics. It's based on his columns that he's published, newspaper columns in the Star Phoenix and Leader Post for the last 12 years.
Nice.
So it's looking at some of the major issues of the first decade of our new century, and covers a wide range of topics from healthcare to terrorism to bullying and some of the major issues of our time. So I think it's going to be a book that a really broad range of people are going to be interested to pick up.
Nice.
For Christmas.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
Great. Now, one plug we have to throw out is you also published Strange Places by Jefferson Smith, who is a mutual friend and colleague of both of ours, and that book's had some resounding success too. So.
It has, and Jefferson's. I think I keep asking him, and he keeps telling me it's just about done, but he's just about done, I think, with the manuscript for the second book in that series.
Yeah. And
I think a lot of fans of the first book have been waiting for that book, so we're working on getting that one out next year as well.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Now, that might be a good segue into something I really want to talk to you about today, was crowdfunding. It's a term that you hear a lot right now in the local literary scene, in the creative culture of Saskatchewan.
Absolutely.
And you are big in that movement right now.
I've been experimenting. We started experimenting with crowdfunding last year with the 2 new titles that I just mentioned earlier. We did crowdfunding campaigns for both New Rockstar and Eating Myself Crazy, and learned a lot, got sort of intensely involved in how rewards-based crowdfunding can help small publishers sort of mitigate their risk a little bit and manage cash flow better by essentially pre-selling product and then using that money to help produce the books. Because we're really, really small and we don't have a lot of money to pull together before we do it. So it worked really, really well. And out of the blue one day, I had also joined the National Crowdfunding Association of Canada to try and learn more about it and get more information. And one day, out of the blue, I got a call from their executive director, Craig Asano in Toronto, and he said, you know, we've been watching what you've been doing out there in Saskatchewan, and you are doing some really innovative, creative things, and we have this program, and we'd like to ask you if you'd become a volunteer ambassador for the NCFA. And I said, sure. I don't really know what that means, but sure. And it's become a great association. My job, it really is out in this part of the world, is to help raise awareness about and help educate people about what crowdfunding's about and how they can benefit from it. And so I've been doing some webinars and I'll be doing a talk this fall at the SWG conference and some others. And the partnership has actually turned into something really exciting. So I don't know if I have time to share that, but do I?
We have a couple of minutes.
Okay, I'm really excited about this. We had a conversation, and it looks like we're going to be partnering up with the NCFA, Indie Inc. and a company called Joy Media, which makes crowdfunding platforms. And we're going to be producing a book in the spring that's called How Crowdfunding is Transforming Canada, Stories from the Edge. And I am really proud that this book's going to come out of a Saskatchewan publisher, because a lot of crowdfunding seems to be coming out of the major cities in the country. But this book is going to come out of Saskatchewan. And the interesting thing about the book is that all the stories from the book, all the content, is going to be crowdsourced.
Wow.
And the book is going to be crowdfunded for, of course. And there is even going to be a contest for people who contribute to the crowdfunding campaign will get a vote in choosing the cover for the book.
Fabulous.
So the entire book is going to come from the crowd, literally. And I think that's a bit of a first in publishing in Canada. So we're really excited to be part of that.
It is exciting, and it's if anyone can pull this off, it's you.
Well,
I really
thanks for your confidence. We're really excited about it.
Yeah. Now we're almost running out of time, but I do want to get out to the viewers. Where in Saskatchewan can the Indie Inc. titles be found?
They can be found pretty much anywhere you can find books. You can find them at McNally Robinson, at Indigo stores, Chapters Kohl's, and online at Amazon or any of the buyers you're familiar with. And if you want to learn more about our titles, indieinkpublishing.com.
Nice. And what about social media? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter?
We got all that.
Yeah.
You can find it all on the website. If you want to sign on to our Indie Link newsletter, you can do all that on the website.
Nice. Well, I just want to thank you for coming over here today, because I literally physically pulled you from your Indie Inc. stall here at the Word on the Street Festival, left your colleagues there to man the fort. So big kudos to you for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you so much for the opportunity,
You're
Wes.
welcome. That's all the time we have today for Lit Happens. If you enjoyed today's segment, you can see previous episodes on the Shaw TV website or on my website, westfunk.ca. And you can connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So I will see you next time on Lit Happens.